Hi everyone, so yeah, it's Straddle44 here, welcome back and hope you're having a great day so far. So basically, in today's video, it's going to be talking about two things, Season sort of 3 Battle Pass and of course the patch notes. Now before we get into it, of course, just to let you know that I am going to be giving away a Sky Blue Interstellar. I have decided that this is the decal that I'm going to give away, and I will be giving that away at 250 subscribers. Now at the time of recording, I'm on 190, so I'm 60 away. It's not actually that far, much closer than I would have expected. And yes, when I reach 250, I'll do the same thing again, use the random number generator, have all the names written down for who's entered, and of course pick one of you guys to be the lucky winner. I have given the Stipplegates actually now away to the winning person, so congratulations again to them, and that will be, of course, you know, sort of like they'll be talked about more because there's more to it, which was really cool actually, really fun. But yeah, as you can see with the Interstellar, you can change the colours, you can make it look really nice, and yeah, it's absolutely one of the best decals I think in the game that's animated. It looks so beautiful, absolutely lovely, and sky blue, such a lovely, nice colour. All you got to do to enter, of course, is just make sure you've subscribed, turn on notifications, and drop a comment with your user ID below. If you want to add an extra comment on, please do. You don't have to, but you can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just drop a like on the video if you find this informative and useful. Right, so anyway, moving on then, we're going to get into the Season Pass, or Battle Pass as we'd call it, for Season 3. Now, of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through some of the items. I will skip over some of them, because I don't want to talk into too much depth of them, but I'm just going to point out some good ones that I thought were nice. Everyone's going to have the different opinions, so let me know if I missed anything, or any that you thought were pretty good. Okay, so we'll start with the Tyranno. Again, not a bad looking car. Not so sure about the hitbox. Couple of other things like the banner and the cones. Yeah, the helmet is a bit too big. Not so keen on that one, being honest. They sort of like the decal. Oh, it's okay. I mean, obviously you're only using my colour scheme, so maybe the different colours it'd look alright. Wheels are kind of average, but early on stuff I don't expect much to be amazing, to be fair, so I think we can kind of, you know, pretty much be not surprised. I do like this decal though. I actually have used this, and I think this one is really nice. Considering it's only level 9, I think it looks sick, but that's my opinion. But I do think it looks a really nice decal, and I was quite impressed. Dryhorns, yeah, credits, drops, all that stuff. Okay, I mean, fairly standard. Decal, again, for the Tyranno, not amazing. The Fisherman hat, pretty cool actually, kind of funny, but big. And the sort of anthem, not that keen, but okay, that's fine. As regards to another decal, yeah, I mean, it's okay. Titles, victory lap, yeah, it's okay. These are fillers, in my opinion. So again, not that brilliant. The Tyranno decal you saw, again, not that impressed. Paint finishes and things like that aren't bad. So again, they're not bad, maybe in the right way. And you've got a Harbinger sort of like decal, but to be fair, does anyone use a Harbinger? I don't think I've used mine in absolutely ages. It looks okay, but again, let me know if you use it. I did laugh at this one. The Salty Peanut is absolutely massive. It's going to block your view from the top of the car, but quite amusing. And of course, then you've got some wheels and checkered flag. Now, checkered flag, I do have to say I like, especially in the painted versions. Normal one looks good, but the painted version looks better. Traction wheels, not that taken with them, if I'm being honest. Diamond plate, the plate finish, I think actually could look quite cool on some things. As you can see sort of there, I'm just getting a bit of an idea on my Octane, and it looks kind of interesting. Topper, just too massive, yet again, and the Peregrine, I don't use the Peregrine, so again, if you're a user and you like the car, this might be the decal for you, but I wasn't blown away by that. A lot of the other stuff is like 5% experience, credits, engine noises, you know, these are fillers. Drops, okay, I mean, I guess they're alright. The Tyranno burst, it's alright, you know, these wheels, yeah, they're okay. But, you know, the Dominus decal's okay. I mean, like, again, in my personal opinion, it's not going to be one that's going to be, like, oh, I must use, but it's okay. And if you haven't got a lot of decals, fair enough. Helmet, not a title, you know, more wheels. The Maxwell ones are quite nice painted, though, I have to say. The normals are not that great, but the other ones are quite cool. The Jester Topper, I found that quite amusing, to be fair. I thought it was quite good with the right car. Might be quite one I might be tempted to use at some point. I didn't like the diecast spark, the boost. Wasn't my cup of tea, but I did like some of the others, to be fair. A lot of Tyranno stuff. Again, if you're going to use a Tyranno, great, But now this one was cool. This was a black market kind of style decal. I know it's not black market, but actually I really liked it because especially in a moment I changed the color and look at that, you get the white, the black, and the purple, and I thought, do you know what? That looks actually kind of cool. The sort of banner frame or border actually kind of cool. I quite like that, so I might use it. Never know. More titles, more wheels. These ones look good inverted, but they don't look great otherwise. Checkered flag, nah, definitely not. The rumble strip sort of trail, yeah, it's okay. Paint finish, I actually like this one. Not maybe as much as the previous, but it's not bad. And again, might work on certain cars. Yeah, I mean, more Toronto sort of decals. I mean, again, I think we can all safely say that them and some of the wheels are a bit garbage, but okay, you know, you can sort of get the idea that in the background, these things are very sort of like themed. I'm not a keen fan of these wheels. I think they look terrible. Titles, I'm not greatly fan of. The traction hatch, yeah, they look crap, to be fair. Octane Toon Sketch, yeah, you know, it's not bad. But of course, I have seen better, so yeah, you know, it's like anything, just kind of not blown away, even in the purple or in yellow colour. No, I mean, maybe different colours. The pixel pointer, not a bad trail, not one that maybe I'll use, but, you know, all the rest. Anyway, what I would say is that one big change, and this looks like spatial temporal, just slightly changed. Bit better maybe, but again, not that brilliant. So what I was going to say is that with the changes, of course, they've taken away the random painted items now. This is a massive change. So instead of now pretty much like getting a random painted item past level 70 on the pass, now you are pretty much set in what you get. Do I like that? Not particularly. And before I forget, I did like the Apex Predator title, and whether I use it or not, I don't know, because I used to make videos about Apex Legends much more regularly before doing Rocket League, so again, that one did kind of ring home. I know it's a silly thing, but Firefly, not bad for Toronto, quite like this one, to be honest. Whether I ever use the car, never know, but I wish it was very Pacific. And the Star Princess, I really, really do like as well. I think this one is just a nice blend of pink, purple, and blue. Actually, the original looks sick, and actually the painted ones look really good. This was one of the best things I thought in the pass. The Huntress, kind of average. But yeah, I mean, like, with the changes, you know, now sort of getting past the sort of level 70, I do think that is really disappointing. I don't actually like the change personally myself, and the reason for it is it's just not my cup of tea. But I do like this retrogression decal. I do think this looks cool as well. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Riser and Armagast. Armagast for this one definitely reminds me of it, although a little bit more different. And I actually really like this one as well. I mean, maybe the colours could be changed a little bit, but it was pretty cool. The checkered flag gold explosion, again, painted, probably looks a bit better. Wasn't my cup of tea. But, you know, the ZD S3 inverted wheels, when they painted, look kind of cool, and so does the Toronto GXT, actually. Kind of looks decent. Looks like the Maverick GXT, another car that I use as well. Looks pretty decent. So overall, I mean, like, the pass is nice. I mean, again, like, this Star Princess looks pretty decent for orange. I do like that. One thing that hasn't really been confirmed is, you know, do we get sort of like certifications randomly on the items when we win them, or do we just get stuck with they are certified at a certain point? Is this going to be more grindy? And that's kind of what I'm getting at. So with the changes, now it's pretty much set, so it means that, you know, if you want a titanium white item, you've got to, like, you know, basically get to that level. And if it's level 300 for a titanium white Toronto GXT, you've got to get to, you know, level 300, and that really sucks. Now, I do like this pink checkered flag. I think purple will look sick, if not sicker, and it will go actually really, really well with my car, to be honest. The Maxell wheels, as I said, I like them painted pink, maybe not so much, but there was another colour that came in a bit later, and it just looked good. Now, some of these, you know, as I say, they're fillers. Don't like the die-cast black. Just not my cup of tea, too chunky, so if you're doing aerials, very hard to see. The forest green checkered flag, not bad. Die-cast in crimson, yeah. This is the one that looks quite cool because of the sparkles at the end. Might be a cup of tea, might not be. These wheels, I hate them, being honest. These are the ones I like. The Maxell titanium whites, these look sick. Now, they would look better, obviously, on a better car, sort of coloured to the particular wheels. However, the design of them is pretty nice. And even the Star Princess Burnt Sienna isn't bad. Is it the best colour? No, but it's okay. And one of the other things that I have to say that I really do like is not these ones, but the checker flag in Sky Blue. I use Sky Blue a lot on my presets. It kind of reminds me of a sort of sparkly boost, but the other one reminded me of a Sparkles and Sacred combined, the Princess one. So there is just some really, really cool sort of pass items. Would I say that the pass is worth getting? I would say yes, actually. I really would. If you're able to, spend or get those credits, or you have something like you can sell to get it, I do feel that this is actually a worthwhile item to get this time round. I mean, look at these, purple inverted wheels. These look really clean. They actually go with my car perfectly. I really like them. I'd just like to know whether there was a cert on there, because again, if you could win it with Playmaker or Striker or some other sort of cert that I use, it'd be awesome. And obviously I'd hope that you guys would win the things that you wanted as well, but I did think this was like one of the best things. I know it's near the end. I assume it's going to go up as you progress, so when you get to level 100, maybe it then shows you the next 100 levels. Last time I made it to over 500, so I did make it quite highly. However, it's one of those things where, but let me know your thoughts. I mean, what do you guys think of the pass? Did you get it? Are you thinking about it? Did you like the items? Did you hate anything? Or was there anything else I missed that I breezed past that you really liked? Let me know. I would always like to hear sort of different opinions, different comments on that. And yeah, all the rest, it's all good. Right, let's get into actually the next section then, which is actually about the sort of like the patch notes and the changes they've made, because there is some fairly big changes that they've made. I'm sure some of you are aware and some of you may not be, but yeah, let's get into that one for you. So I know that this is a slightly longer video than normal, so feel free to pause if you need to, grab some food, whatever you want to do, absolutely fine. And of course, I'll just talk you through the main key points. I'm not going to go through every single detail. So of course, as I mentioned, with the sort of like the changes then in the trading, which was a video I did yesterday, I'll link that in the description if you haven't checked it out. I'm sure most of you will be familiar with changes, but there's just a few things that were interesting there. So they've made all trading eligible items fall into 3 categories. They've got the core series, you've got the tournament items, and the blueprints. Now it's not split into different, depending on what series it's from, that you can only trade from that series. You can now trade any series, any item, and that's pretty cool in my book. I thought that was a really, really nice change. You've got a trading menu. It's very easy to find. Still the same thing with how the trades work. That hasn't changed, so absolutely fine. Tournament items and blueprints can be traded in regardless of series, and then what you do is that it says you get a chance of receiving one of those items. So what happens is like the trade-in that I did in my video yesterday. Basically, I traded in 4 Season 2 items for an exotic, and 1 Season 1 item, and 1 the Forest Green Agasaya inverted wheels, which were actually kind of cool, and I use them on a Fennec, so it was actually kind of decent, and I didn't really mind. But yeah, that was pretty good. Now, one of the big changes is player trading in eligibility. Now, I'm going to talk through it, and I'm also going to explain why they've done it, and my opinions as well on this. So, okay, so player trading eligibility. Before trading with other accounts is activated, new accounts must reach XP level 30, have 50 minutes or more in online matches, which, okay, is kind of funny because you could just have an inactive account, so I don't know if that really solves anything, and I know why they're doing this, and this is what I'll talk through. Accounts with XP levels 100 to 249 can trade items 10 times a day, and a limit of 10,000 credits per trade. Now, to be honest, it's not that restricting, but then the 10 trades a day could be, if you're a lower level player, maybe say like 230 or 210 or something like that, but you actually are a trader and you're trading a lot and things like that, and you do more trading than you do playing, this actually could really, really hurt you as a player. So I don't really like that change. And accounts with level 250 or greater have unlimited trades per day and a limit of 100,000 credits per trade. So there are some other changes like frame rate improvements on PC, some other parts. I'm going to link the actual notes down in the description as well. So again, if you haven't checked it, you can have a quick look, and it's all there. Now the main thing then is that what I kind of want to kind of look at, they fixed a couple of bugs as well actually, just looking on there, but nothing too major. Okay, so the changes with the trades, let's talk about that then. So at the moment, basically, if you are at account level of sort of like up to level 30, you're a new player, and you want to trade, you basically have to get to a certain point. You have to actually play the game. So what kind of, like, the one thing, there's fors and against for this. So, okay. So basically what they've done it for, is in my opinion, is to try and stop, scammers setting up new accounts so that they can basically then pretty much, just set up a new account, swap all of their items to it if it's sort of like the scam people, in case their account gets banned for any reason, and of course then they can sort of trade it with that account, or they can sort of split it up to sort of like make out their different traders in case like there's a name that comes up. Some people will mention scammers. I've done it on one of my videos, but YouTubers do a lot, so it's kind of like to move around, so it makes it a little bit difficult there. Is it a good thing in that respect? Yes, it does make it more difficult. Okay, here's the thing. So if a scammer is, like smart, which, they do tend to be a bit sneaky and cunning to a degree. I'm not saying they're the most intelligent people, but they do have sort of like an animal cunning. And what they'll do is that you'll see like possibly at lower levels, you'll possibly see an inactive player where they basically will just, log in and kind of like be inactive. Now, okay, they could be reported if people report them, but if there's new players, they may not know about reporting, and they may not actually do that. So, in my book, it's basically a scam kind of like deterrent, kind of trying to cut this down to make it harder. But I do think that, honestly, this is a very lazy way of doing it. It solves a problem sort of on a temporary basis, maybe. However, do I think it solves it long term? No, I do not. And also it affects a lot of those genuine players who are out there who are trying to trade, who are maybe not the higher levels. They're still new players. Because don't forget, to be honest, for free to play, people have only started actually playing the game maybe in the last couple of months. They might have only just started a month ago. Someone might have only started like a week ago, and they're now going to be affected. And what this does affect, so when my friend Pickle Viper sort of like jumped on, I know he doesn't really play much Rocket League. He tends to be more Apex and Cuisine and things like that. But when he does play, we like to sometimes just throw a few items his way, that maybe we don't use that he would benefit from. Well, he's not a level 30, so now we can't do that. So we can't give, like, if one of our friends wants to start a new game, if one of your friends wants to start, like, the game new, and you want to give him a couple of items, or them a couple of items, you can't now. You have to get them up to a certain level, which, don't get me wrong, it's not at the end of the world, but, cool things do make people, give them more incentive to play, and that's kind of be taken away. So I don't personally like that change for that reason. I think it's a little bit lazy, and I think that they could have definitely done something a lot better in that regard. I think they could have definitely done it where they just pretty much just sort of like made it so that there was a better trading system. I think would have been maybe the key thing, and that would have improved it. But let me know what your thoughts are with that, because I do think that with this type of thing, I can see what they're trying to do, just not the right way of doing it, not the right approach in my mind. I know Psyonix are now tied into Epic Games, so whether Epic Games had any sort of influence in this, I don't know, but with the sort of like the Battle Pass, sort of Season Pass changes, and this as well, not saying that I don't absolutely hate it, because I think some of the items do definitely look a lot better than in the previous pass, if I'm being honest. However, no more randomness or no more luck and stuff. Okay, I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes if your luck's bad like mine, yeah, I mean, maybe it's a good thing. You know what you're going to get. But then again, on the other side, it means that people are going to have to absolutely grind their absolute, sort of like arse off to try and basically get an item at level 300, which, they might have got at level 71, so that's kind of like, okay, it makes people play the game more, but it becomes more grindy, which is what Fortnite is, and I didn't like that aspect of Fortnite, how grindy it could be. But again, I know we're all different, so let me know your opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like, as I say, it was a longer video than normal in the regard of just pretty much covering the sort of like all the details. There's quite a fair bit to cover. But let me know your thoughts. I mean, what do you guys think of the new Season Pass? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you going to get it? Are you just not going to bother? I'd love to sort of hear those thoughts on them. And is there any particular item that you really, really like from the pass and you think is amazing? And what do you think of the changes with the trade system? I know that a couple of people have already said that they didn't like it, so I'm pretty convinced that, of course, there's not going to be very popular, but do let me know what you think. So all I would say is that if you did enjoy the content, and of course would want to drop me a like, that would be really, really appreciated. It would definitely help. If you want to subscribe and help towards the 250 to be entered into the giveaway, as I said at the start, just turn on notifications, subscribe, like the video, and put your user ID and with a comment down below. But that is it for this video, so I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and I will see you, of course, in the next video, which hopefully will be tomorrow, but if not, it will be very soon. So I will see you then. All the best. Take care. Cheers now. Bye-bye.